If you recently bought a flat or probably a house and you renovated it, you have nice furniture, freshly painted walls, but something is missing. Most probably it is art that is missing. Today I will give you a few tips how to decorate your home with art. Rule number one, there are no rules. You can choose any art that you like, but however, not all people know what they like, especially if you're not an experienced art collector and maybe you never bought an artwork before. So how do you find out what is it you really like? You have to look at artworks. You have to visit exhibitions, just scroll online, check some interior magazines and decide what is it that resonates with you. You need to reflect and really think, am I a person of color? Would I prefer something in black and white? Maybe monochrome? Do I like calm colors? Do I want some energy in the room? Do I want something that would make a statement and reflect my personality? It really has to resonate with you because it's you who's going to live in your home and not your interior designer. The more artworks you see, the better you will understand which style, which colors you prefer. You kind of made your mind about the style and you decided what mood you want to create, calming, energetic, or whatever. The next question is the size and the price. If you will go for original artwork, of course it will be more expensive, but you can also buy some smaller pieces that are still original but quite affordable. So my general rule when I give advice for people who are about to buy an artwork, I always say the bigger the better. A large painting will always make an impression and it will just spread more energy only because of its size. And it doesn't matter whether it's abstract or realistic or a landscape. So always, if you have the space, go for large pieces. Now, if you don't have a big space or a lot of big empty walls, or maybe you have a smaller budget, so you can always go for small pieces and combine them nicely into a very stylish gallery wall. They don't have to be in the same style. They can be in different style and color schemes, or they can be arranged in a kind of geometric one-size gallery wall. It's really up to you, to your imagination. Just feel free to experiment. If you hang a painting in your home, it's not like carved in stone. You can always move it, change it with another one. You can move your artworks around and your home will have a very fresh interior. It will be like a refresh. You don't have to really be so cautious about buying art once you know what you like. So let's say you've bought a painting or a small artwork and now you're thinking how to hang it. So the best advice, like the classical hanging style, is in the eye level, but you have to consider other objects in the room and consider the space. Just try, if you're not sure, you can kind of visualize or ask someone to hold your artwork, but never hang it behind the sofa. No. Don't. Another cool thing that you can do with small pieces is you can put them on the shelf, you can place it on the desk. You don't necessarily need to hang them as well as large paintings. You can just put them on the floor, like the painting behind me. Well, it's there temporarily. It still does its job. So it really depends how your room is arranged, how your furniture is arranged, and how much space you have. Another question that always comes up is to frame or not to frame. If you're buying a smaller piece on paper, then yes, you will have to frame it, and I would recommend to frame it with a map or passepartout, as they say. But contemporary large paintings on canvas don't necessarily require a frame, especially if the edges are nicely finished. Framing always adds a more luxurious look to the artwork, so it depends on your decor. More contemporary minimalist interiors are totally okay without unframed artworks. If it's more classical, I would suggest to consider a frame. Now, a lot of people are always hesitating about the colors. Let's say they like bright colors, they like expressive art, but somehow when it comes to acquiring a piece like that, they are not so confident. It's not that complicated, especially if you have white walls. Most people, when they buy an apartment or they renovate a house, they go for white walls and gray sofas. So basically, if you have white walls and dark kind of furniture, you can hang anything. Like there's no chance that you're gonna make a wrong decision, because in a neutral interior, whatever you put on the walls, it will match. If you still feel that you need some accents, it's very easy to match your art with your interior. You can just add details of of the same color. So, you know, let's say if your artwork has red details or yellow details, you can buy some nice decorative pillows or arrange a vase next to it. So it's really not that complicated. And quite often there is this discussion: should artwork match the interior and the furniture, or should interior and furniture match the artwork? I personally think that artwork will always have more impact on your interior than your furniture, because you will get used to your furniture, and artwork will be always this object in the room that sparks conversation and spreads the vibe, not your chair or your table. Like, okay, if it's very expensive, like shikimiki stuff, then maybe, but mostly not. So I was only talking about paintings, but if you have the space or empty niches or corners and you already put flowers there, you can always go for sculpture. Of course, sculptures are even more expensive than paintings, because they're especially bronze ones like this one, because they're much more difficult to make, but they're really beautiful and charming three-dimensional objects that will really make your home very cozy and feel very unique. Like this sculpture by my friend Aurelija Simkute, that's made of bronze and iron. It's called Patronage, and you can see there's a little angel hugging a smaller creature, kind of protecting it. So if you're looking for some affordable and contemporary art to decorate your space, make sure you take a peek at my online gallery. I'm posting the useful links below. And if you are an artist, I hope you will find this video useful, talking to your customers and persuading them to decorate their walls with art. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out the links below. Bye!